Well, y'all saw the title of this video. I finally decided to apply for the American Express Platinum card, even though I've been stuck in pop-up jail for years. I'm not gonna lie, this process was very messy and very annoying at times, but I wanted to show y'all the full application process and why I had to kind of pivot my strategy along the way and end up making a decision I really didn't think I would have to. So if you stick around to the end, you'll see how I decided to navigate this whole Amex pop-up jail world, and hopefully you'll learn something from that for your future applications.
Let's start with walking through my initial plan that I thought was airtight at the time. I don't know about you guys, but I've been stuck in Amex pop-up jail, at least on the personal Amex charge cards, for the past couple of years, and it's been extremely frustrating. If you've never heard of Amex pop-up jail before, it's basically whenever you go to apply for an Amex card and you get that infamous pop-up window saying that you are not eligible for the welcome offer on that card. With welcome offers being the biggest lever we have in the credit card game to earn outsized value, you'd almost never want to accept the card without an offer on it. And that is especially true with Amex cards, since they have other annoying rules like the once in a lifetime welcome offer rule and family language too. I'm pretty sure that I've been stuck in pop-up jail for two reasons. One, I just don't put enough spend on my Amex cards outside of the welcome offer periods. And two, I canceled my Amex Gold card back in 2024. At the core, both of those things basically just make me completely unprofitable to Amex, which is the worst thing that you can be in a bank's eyes. Like I mentioned a second ago, it does seem like pop-up jail has mostly only been an issue for me on the personal charge card lineup, like the green, gold, and platinum, and not the business or the co-branded side. But obviously for this specific application, the personal Amex Platinum card, I had to plan everything out, assuming that I would get hit with that pop-up window again. Now, I know the big question that a lot of y'all are probably thinking is, why do I even want the American Express Platinum if I already have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, the Ritz-Carlton card, and now the Built Palladium? It really comes down to three main things. One is that I want to experience the card firsthand since I've never been able to. That means the credits, benefits, lounge access, hotel status, all of it. Two, I want to make a direct comparison to my Chase Sapphire Reserve and see which one I'd actually want to keep long term. And three, if I'm already going really hard on annual fees this year, I might as well just go harder. Let me be clear here. I do not need the Amex Platinum card right now at all, and I wouldn't recommend that most people run as many premium travel cards as I do. But since I have this channel and I like reviewing cards based on actual personal experience, it felt like now was the right time to finally try this card out. There was one more really important piece to my initial plan here, though. Ideally, I actually wanted to get a platinum card that let me cash out my points for at least 1 cent per point. This is super unique to my situation as, a credit card YouTuber, but because I earn a lot of points from referrals every year, I usually end up earning more points than I redeem, and I don't want those extra points just sitting there losing value to inflation. That's why the Charles Schwab Platinum card has always been my top option on the personal side, because out of all the different personal versions, it gives you the highest cash out rate at 1.1 cents per point to your Charles Schwab account. I will say that the Morgan Stanley version is awesome in its own right because it gives you free authorized users and a 1 cent per point cash out rate, but there are some hoops to jump through with that one, and I honestly don't really need those free authorized users or anything right now. And then of course with the vanilla platinum, you're only able to cash out your Amex membership rewards points at 0.6 cents per point, which is just terrible. The problem with the Schwab card though is that it doesn't have anywhere near the same welcome offer as the vanilla platinum. With all of these different goals in mind here, I kind of formed like a two-step process that I would likely follow. First would be to apply for the American Express Vanilla Platinum card first to try and lock in the elevated 175,000 point offer, or really anything above the base offer of 80,000 points. And then second, if that did not work, which I assumed it wouldn't, I would then pivot to the Amex Charles Schwab Platinum with the lower offer and use referrals to help make up that point difference that I would lose out on. Either way here, there were pros and cons. I could either go, vanilla platinum to get the big offer, but no cash out rate, or I would just get a smaller offer on the Schwab, but immediately get that cash out rate that I wanted. Honestly, I would have been happy in either scenario. So leaning on the more classic approach, I decided to proceed with step one first. With all of that laid out now, let's go ahead and jump back in time to a few days ago when I tried to set this entire plan in motion.
Before we get there, let me tell you about the app that I use to track all of my 20 plus credit cards in one place, Max Rewards. Honestly, their free tier by itself is awesome, and I use the home screen the most. It just tells me my total point balances, card balances, credit utilization, and bill due dates in one convenient interface. I also really like the best card tool that tells you exactly what card to use depending on what category you're spending in, but better yet, what exact location you are at, which is super helpful. But I've actually taken it even a step further and personally paid for their paid tier called Max Rewards Gold over the past few years to unlock even more helpful features, including but not limited to, the card value tab that helps me automatically calculate my effective annual fees on each of my cards, the automatic offer activation feature, which that alone has saved me over $100 since I started using it and covered the cost of Max Rewards Gold, and specific to this video, the bonus trackers, which help you do exactly that. Track your bonuses on each one of your cards, whether that be for a welcome offer, retention offer, you name it. Unfortunately, most lenders just don't do a great job of allowing you to track your spend towards welcome offers, and that's what I've always relied on Max Rewards for instead. Even if you just want to try out the free version of Max Rewards, please be sure to download it through the link in my description, and during the sign-up process, enter the promo code Spencer. That way you lock in a 3-month discount off of your annual Max Rewards Gold subscription if you ever do decide to upgrade to it. Thank you to Max Rewards for sponsoring this video. As always, let's jump back into it.
Okay, so let's go ahead and walk through the application for the American Express Vanilla Platinum card. And yeah, I honestly think I will get stuck in pop-up jail or just not get the elevated offer at all. But you never know until you try. And first things first, just going to click how to apply. Then once again, apply now. It redirects me to Amex's secure application. One more time, hit apply now. And then here we are on the application page. Just to walk you through it real quick, first things first, you get to choose your design. They have 4 designs now: classic, abstract, floral, and mirror. My favorite is floral, actually, but since mirror is limited time, that's the one I'll be going for. The important stuff down here, though, is the personal information, first name, last name, name on card, date of birth, email address, mobile phone number, home street address, all super simple. Social security number as well, easy. And really only, I guess, slightly difficult part might be the total annual income for folks. What I always say here is that you want to have the, I guess, highest honest estimation you can for your income. I usually project out for the next 12 months rather than like the past 12. I know that's maybe not something the bank wants you to do, but every bank's a little bit different. And speaking of every bank being different, you can actually see here that Amex states that if you're under the age of 21, include only your own income. On a lot of other applications, like I believe Chase, for example, they tell you that you can include income from people that send you money effectively to like help pay for college and stuff like that while you're under 21. So this might be an Amex specific thing that I wasn't even aware about until I just clicked on this application. But yeah, total annual income is technically the highest honest number you can put here in case they ever did a financial review. You need to be able to back it up, and then always, round up rather than round down, but don't be egregious with this at all. Just be honest. Non-taxable income is only applicable to very specific people, so you would know if that was you. Then the income source, you're either, employed, retired, self-employed, unemployed, military, business owner, or other. So I guess I've never really thought about this, but I could either technically put self-employed or business owner. I wonder which one is higher odds of approval. Probably business owner. So I might put that on mine, but most people obviously will just select employed and it'll be pretty simple, but mine's a little bit different. Let me go ahead and fill this out and then we'll continue to the terms. You can see here it says, Spencer, please review the terms below and submit your application. Remember, applying has no impact to your credit score. So they send you the offer first. If you choose to accept it, then you might get impacted. But if you're an existing Amex customer like myself, you will not get a hard pull, which is great. There's really only a few scenarios that could happen at this point. First things first, whenever I click that, I will know whether or not I can even get the card, but it will tell me what offer I'm able to get. My current plan is that if I don't see any offer above 80,000 points, I'm not going to proceed with this application, and instead we'll jump straight over to the Charles Schwab Platinum and hopefully could just get that one with the base 80,000, which I wouldn't, again, recommend you do. I'm sure I've already said this in this video. However, I'm in a unique position with referrals and all of that, and I am okay with sacrificing a big welcome offer as long as I can get, at least the 80K with Charles Schwab, and yeah, we would just take it from there. It's definitely not ideal, but I've been in pop-up jail for so long that I just don't even know what my options are anymore. So yeah, I guess the only other thing I haven't said is that these are the terms and conditions you can read through. You should already know what you're getting yourself into. APRs don't matter at all to me because I've never once not paid my bill on time in full. What I mean by that is paying off my statement balance by my payment due date every single month. You shouldn't be worrying about APRs at all if you're playing this credit card game. If you are worried about them, don't do what I do. Scrolling down, let's see if there's anything else important. Obviously, the annual fee is important. The card has no foreign transaction fees, has some late and return payment fees, but again, we don't care about that because we're not going to be late or miss a payment. So yeah, everything that I already know about this card is here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is agree and submit the application here in 3, 2, 1, submit. I really don't think this is going to work, but we've been pleasantly surprised in the past, so let's try it out. God, it's always so suspenseful, isn't it? Takes forever. Been a while since we got to sweat one of these together, so I hope y'all are on the edge of your seats too. Oof, God, that's even worse than I have ever seen before. I mean, there's good and bad news about this. One is that they actually are extending me a welcome offer, which I have not seen them do in a long time. But the bad thing is that it's for 50,000 points, which is lower than the base. I didn't even know that was possible. So maybe that's a data point for everybody else out there. Like, that's horrible. So yeah, I'm not accepting this card. And if you got a pop-up jail with a window like this, for most people, even if you just got a base offer, I wouldn't be looking to accept this. But pop-up jail, don't accept. Anything under 80,000, definitely don't accept. And only very few amount of people should be accepting at like 80,000 points as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and withdraw this application and move to the Charles Schwab. My hope with this one is that since I already have a Charles Schwab login, since I've had their high yield investor checking account for a long time, that I have better odds of getting approved for this card with the full offer and everything like that without any issues. I would assume that Charles Schwab has just more leniency on approvals than Amex directly does. So first what I'm going to do is go ahead and log in, and that should help me get approved. And then I went ahead and navigated to the products and credit cards page like I had seen previously. And of course, the one that I really want here is the Platinum card from American Express exclusively for Charles Schwab. Same annual fee, same benefits. Welcome offers only 80,000 points. We have seen elevated up to like 125. And that I think happens around mid-year. So I am going to be missing out on that, but I would rather get access to some of these benefits earlier. And again, I have the ability to take a lower offer because of my unique position as a creator. So timing this better with like an elevated offer on the Charles Schwab directly is smart. I'm just not doing that. I'm sure I've already gone through all the benefits in this video, so I'm not going to spend any more time on it. Instead, let's just go straight to the application. Only kind of unique thing is that it says right here, if your application is approved, Schwab will also inform American Express of the amount of the Schwab appreciation bonus to which you are entitled following card account approval and annually thereafter. So yeah, obviously I wouldn't be getting that on the vanilla Platinum, nor will I even get it on this card because I'm not going to be keeping $250,000 with Schwab. But regardless, kind of neat. I'm going to go ahead and continue. Okay, so since I'm logged in, it looks like they already filled out a lot of my information. And after scrolling through this without y'all being able to see, since it is confidential stuff, it's the exact same application as before. So the only difference is on the side right here. You see it's the Charles Schwab version, 80,000 points. There's no elevated offer. So we'll go ahead and proceed. Okay, everything's entered. So I can click continue in 3, 2, 1. Continue. I forgot it takes you back to the terms and conditions page. So now we need a real countdown. 3, 2, 1. Agree and submit application. God, please don't make me have to call anybody for this. You are not eligible to receive the welcome offer. Dude, this is so brutal. I don't know what to do about this. Maybe I need to make a call directly to Charles Schwab and see if they can give me like a workaround here because this is just so stupid. For now, I'm just going to cancel it though. I'm not accepting a card with no offer at all. Okay, let me figure out what I'm going to do here. Might just have to scrap all of this, unfortunately. Okay, so after a lot of thinking on this and talking to a bunch of friends of mine like Anthony, Calby, and Luke, I just don't see a reliable way for me to get the Platinum card quickly without one specific strategy. And that is accepting an upgrade offer that Amex sent me a while back on my Amex Business Gold, which will move me up to the Amex Business Platinum. I will be talking about this decision and why I made it more in depth later, but again, right now, just want to show you the process of me basically accepting this upgrade offer and hopefully nothing goes wrong with it. So I went ahead and entered the website that is shown here on this upgrade offer. It then brought me to a login screen for my Amex account. And here we are. Right here it says Spencer, upgrade to the Business Platinum card today. It's simple, just confirm the information below and then select the upgrade now button. Your account number will not change by submitting this. Any existing employee cards associated with your account will be replaced. None of that matters. The annual membership fee may change. Got that. Okay, this is all about employee cards, it looks like. Annual fee $8.95. What I don't see here is the offer that they gave me. So I need to check this again. Okay, cool. So you can earn 120,000 membership rewards points after $10,000 in the first 3 months. That's what I was looking for. Awesome. What I'm also worried about is that, skipping this for a second, it says request an upgrade down here, which if they already gave me the upgrade offer, I should have it. So if this doesn't work out too, I'm gonna be really annoyed. First, I'm gonna go ahead and select the mirror design since I might as well get it. It's limited time. Terms are all the same here, except the welcome offer obviously is different, or upgrade offer, but it's the only way I think I can even get into a Platinum card. So yeah, let's go ahead and click request an upgrade here in 3, 2, 1. Good news, Spencer. We've approved the following request. My new card and additional cards will arrive within 10 business days. All right, so now we are back here in the present, and let me tell you why I ended up going with the American Express Business Platinum instead of all the other options. Honestly, at this point, it's just become pretty clear to me that I'm never going to get a meaningful welcome offer on any of the personal Platinum cards unless something changes. Like I've tried for a couple of years now to get elevated offers on the vanilla Platinum to no avail. So I don't know. I'm kind of just like tired of dealing with that. And we just saw that proven with the vanilla Platinum again through this application process. And even with the Charles Schwab Platinum too. So even if I tried to go for like the Morgan Stanley version, I assume it would have gone the exact same way. Yes, I could have opened, an E-Trade account, applied for the Morgan Stanley Platinum, maybe talked to a local banker to try to get that annual fee like reimbursed or whatever that whole process is. But if I did all of that work just to get hit with pop-up jail again, I would have been super pissed. So once those first 2 applications didn't go according to plan, I realized the only realistic way for me to get a platinum card with any kind of offer attached to it and still unlock a 1 cent per point cash out rate was going the business route. Combining the Amex Business Platinum card and the Amex Business checking account, like I just said, I can get 1 cent per point for my cash out rate, and I'm not going to be stuck playing that same personal charge card pop-up jail game over and over again. The only issue with this approach, which of course there's another issue, is that I would not be able to ever comfortably hit the full minimum spending requirement of $20,000 in the first 3 months of having the Business Platinum card. But for some reason, like I showed y'all, Amex really does like me on the business side, and they gave me an upgrade offer from the Amex Business Gold to the Business Platinum with only a minimum spend requirement of $10,000 in 3 months. Since the offer's for 120,000 points, return on spend wise, I'm effectively getting, the welcome offer of 250,000 points just within my own means. So this is exactly why the Business Platinum ended up being the move. It was kind of the best of both worlds. Although I'm not going to be getting the same long-term value from the Business Platinum that I would one of the personal versions. So that is a bit of a letdown. That being said, in year 1, I'm going to get plenty of positive value here, not just from that upgrade offer, but also from specific credits like the hotel, airline, Clear, Hilton, Dell credits, plus access to the global lounge collection that Amex gives you, and hotel status on top of that. Right now, I'm thinking that after year 1, I probably will downgrade the Business Platinum all the way down to the Business Green and then just start working that upgrade ladder again. But we're just gonna have to reevaluate when the time comes. So yeah, even though the Business Platinum isn't going to be a card that I run a ton of spend through outside of the upgrade offer, I'm still really excited to finally get firsthand experience with a Platinum card of any kind. At this point, if you want to see what cards I'm actually using day to day right now, not just ones I'm using for credits and benefits like this Business Platinum, check out this video next where I walk through my new daily credit card setup. And as always, Odin and I both want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel and checking out all my links in the description. And we'll catch you guys next time.